Well, this game was a game of many firsts, so I'll touch on that in a minute. But
Recording in progress.
it was a good point away from home. One that hurt a little bit because we're up 2-1 in that second half, but it showed a lot of character from our team, being down 1-0 at halftime. First time this season that we've been able to come back and not lose points. So, or not we'll come out with at least a point. It was Abby Dahlkemper's 150th game, so that's incredibly exciting for her. I mean, she continues to just perform at a very high level, so it's good to see her out there. And got to give credit to Penelope. I've been talking about her continue just to build her confidence. That's 3 games in a row with 3 goals. First time I think anyone has ever done that for Bay FC, so really happy for her, and she deserves it because she's putting a lot of time and energy into it, and continues to outperform just the opposition. So, but I'll tell you that this game was, it took us a little bit of time to get into it. And then when we did, I thought we played some really good football and came out in the second half with the right mentality, created opportunities, made some changes that just allowed us to get forward a little bit more. And once we got 2-1, we knew it was going to be a difficult last 10 minutes or so, given the heat, the humidity, legs were going on both sides. And we have to learn from it because mentally I think we could have been a little bit better and just really pick the moments where we are going to press, and then sometimes where we just have to commit a foul and stop the play, or just battle a little bit more. So we're going to go back to film and continue getting better. But overall, I thought we played some really good football. So happy for the team. Showed a lot of character in coming back from a 1-0 deficit.
All right, thanks, Coach. Marco is in a loud environment, so he's dropped his messages or his questions in the chat. First question, how disappointing was it to concede the second goal and not earn the 3 points in a match where your team outplayed for the majority of it?
Incredibly disappointing. Anytime that you go away from home and you have a performance like we did for most of the game and you're up 2-1, it's really a mentality, kind of just a desire, and it's a tough one. It's one that hurts. It hurts for the players. It hurts for the coaching staff. But that's a good thing that they take a lot of pride in that, and now we know we just have to be a little bit better. But of course, it's difficult. But you look at the positive. We got a point on the road in difficult conditions. So happy for the team.
All right, Coach. And then on the opposite side of that, Penelope Hocking has been rewarding you for putting her in the starting lineup. Talk about how she's elevated her game in these past 3 matches.
Well, it's earned on the practice field, right? So this is something that she continues to have the right mentality. She has the work rate. She's always putting her team first, but she's putting the work in. And as always, when you work hard at certain things, it'll pay off over time. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Penelope. Throughout the entire time when she wasn't starting or wasn't necessarily playing as much, she still had that positive attitude, that mentality of wanting to get better and continue to work. And she's been rewarded, and she's made the most of it. So a lot of credit to her, and I'm very happy for her.
All right, Coach. And you've got the week off from games, and then you get to come back home to play against Portland. What positives are we going to be able to take out of this couple game streak and then work towards with the extra week?
Well, definitely the positive is what you saw in Angel City and in Houston. We're enjoying our football much more. We're going forward. We're connecting. We're playing through the midfield. We're just having a lot more possession than we had against San Diego, Seattle, and in Kansas City. So all the way around, there's a lot of positives to take from these last 2 games that we've had, and we just have to continue building on that and making sure that we have the right mentality when it comes down to grinding these games out and coming out with 3 points.
All right, do we have any more questions for Coach? Okay, we're going to let him go, and we'll be back with Penelope Hocking and Rachel Hill. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, we are back with Rachel Hill, and we'll be joined shortly by Penelope Hocking. But we'll go ahead and open it up to questions again. If you have a question, use the raise your hand feature or drop them in the chat, and we will get them asked. Rachel, couple solid good games from you and earning your first goal of the season. What's been clicking the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think as a team, we've just been really focusing on us and what we can do better. And I think that getting the tactics right, taking care of the ball, we're just gelling a little bit more. So I think focusing on our possession and then just whatever the game plan is and really sticking to it as a whole and just being together with it.
Great. Now, let's talk about the goal. Walk us through it. What went through your mind? How did it come together? All of that.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Rudy pressing and she won the ball, and I know when Rudy gets it, she'll go. So I was like, just do my best to get up there as fast as I can and try to catch her, which is hard to do, but just kept running, and Rudy took a great touch inside and laid it off perfect to me on a platter. So I just had to pass it in the back of the net.
Perfect. Marco dropped in the chat question, how disappointing was it to not come away with 3 points when the team outplayed Houston for the majority of the match?
Yeah, definitely super disappointing, and we all know that we can do better. And it would have been huge to get the 3 points, so it is devastating. I think we have to look back and take a lot of positives from it and what we did well, but then also reflect and know that we can't let that happen, and that 3 points is super important. We need to get those next time.
All right. And we are pleased to be joined by Penelope Hocking as well. All right. Marco continues, Rachel, what do you feel the team needs to work on to close out games?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a mentality piece, like, especially tonight, just being focused, not letting our minds, like, drift away at all, just staying tuned in. I think just all the little details, like, you need to get the press right, or you need to sit in the block correctly, or, you know, you can't give away the ball in silly places, or just all the little things. And then, yeah, the last piece is the mentality part. Like, it was hot out there. Everyone knows it's hot in Houston, and you just got to grind through to the end no matter what it takes. You just have to push through to get 3 points. All
right. And thanks for joining us, Penelope. Penelope, you are the first player in Bay history to get a goal in 3 straight games. We asked this question, Rachel, earlier. What's been clicking for you? What's working and being successful for you?
I mean, honestly, I think you only get so many chances in and around goal, and just like staying clinical and really like taking a deep breath and like just slowing the game down and around the box. I think that's just been working really well. You know, for me, just like slowing the game down and just getting more minutes and getting used to, you know, just playing a little bit more and, you know, just pushing to the end.
All right, we do have a question on the Zoom. Ashmir?
Hey, congrats to both of you for scoring today. My question is about Rudy. So she was listed the player of the match by Visa, and even though she didn't get a goal on the board, she did help both of you score. So I just wanted to hear a little bit about from either of you how impactful she has been offensively to help you guys get on the board. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, you know, not only does Rudy like help a lot in the attack, but I think she does a lot for us on defense. And that's how we got the second goal, is she pressed and then, you know, selflessly gave it to Rachel. And then, you know, Rachel got the goal. So, yeah, just think on both sides of the ball. She's been very impactful, and, yeah, I'm just proud of her for, you know, stepping in that new role and just embracing it.
Thanks, Ashman. One more question for the both of you. There was 2 minutes and 33 seconds between your 2 goals. How important is it for you to jump on the attack one after the other like that?
Yeah, I think momentum's huge in football. Like, I feel like you always hear like the next 5 minutes, and a lot of teams are most vulnerable right after you score. So I think knowing that as soon as P scored, you know, we were like, don't take our foot off the gas. We got to keep going. This is our chance. So, yeah, I think momentum comes close off the back of a goal.
All right. Any other questions for these two? Well, that is it. Then we are off this week for the international break, but then we return home to play against Portland. Thanks, everybody.